Hi Northwest Arkansas, Lara here at Sam's Furniture, and today we are bringing you an exclusive episode with the NWA Food Bank. I've got Sabrina here. She works for the NWA Food Bank, and we are super excited to give you a little information about who they are, what they're doing for our community, and maybe how you can get involved too. Sabrina, can you tell us a little bit about the food bank?
Yeah, so the Northwest Arkansas Food Bank was started a little over 30 years ago, and it started with just humble beginnings with a lady who wanted to serve her community, and she literally had a filing cabinet, a desk, and a telephone. And that has grown into an organization that distributed just a little less than 16 million pounds of food last year to our food insecure neighbors. So what we do is we are essentially just a food warehouse for our folks in Northwest Arkansas that we have partner agencies. We have a little over 135 partner agencies that we work with. So they are going to be your pantries, your community meal sites, nonprofit daycare, senior centers, all those places can come to us and get food. And then we also run programs like we have a school pantry where we go into schools within Northwest Arkansas and do a pantry once a month to allow families to have access to food. We do a mobile pantry that goes to 15 different sites in Northwest Arkansas, rural areas where maybe they don't have as many resources as we do here, like in bigger cities like Springdale or Fayetteville. And we just have programs like that. And our primary focus is to feed the food insecure in Northwest Arkansas.
That is so crazy. Okay, so 30 years ago when it started, where was the food coming from? Do you know?
So I believe it came from, she did a lot of what has grown into what we call a retail rescue program. So that is a program where we partner with local businesses who have tons of great food, but maybe it's not the best for like someone to go in and purchase, but it's still great edible food. So we go and pick all that up and distribute that. They did a lot of that. I think they did it by a lot of donation, food drives, things like that. So still things that we're doing today, things that are still happening, just on a much larger scale.
Absolutely. So where do you feel like your biggest, who's your biggest supplier of your food? Do you have just one, or is it really just kind of a whole gambit?
So I think it comes from everywhere. So we live in a very generous community of folks that are willing to supply us with grants that we're able to go and purchase food from bigger vendors, and the fact that we can buy in such a bigger scale allows us to pass those savings along to our partner agencies. We live in once again, a great community that rallies around us that does food drives, so we're able to do that. Our retail rescue program is top notch, and so we live in the land of generosity, I like to say a lot, and so we just are able to pass that along.
That's awesome. And what kind of food products do you guys supply?
So everything that you can think of. So we primarily do a lot of shelf-stable stuff just because that's easy to warehouse and to get out. And folks, maybe don't have the resources of an oven or a refrigerator or things like that. So we always have ample amounts of shelf-stable food. But we also do frozen proteins, fresh proteins for families, as well as fresh produce.
That's awesome. So the programs that you have, I know you had mentioned the one for the schools. That's fairly new, started last year,
2 years ago, right?
And then your mobile pantry as well. So what kind of areas, is that kind of what you're growing right now? Are you looking into branching out into more areas in 2021?
Absolutely. So we're always wanting to grow our reach. So we are wanting to be in communities that maybe don't have easy access to nutrition. And so we want to be in what we call in the food bank world, food deserts. So we want to be that presence in those areas because we think that food is a basic human right. And so we think that people should have access to food wherever they are, whatever their means are.
Absolutely.
And so, yes, we are always looking to grow our mobile pantry and our school pantries as well.
That's awesome. So if people in our community needed your service, they actually need the food and need to have that provided for them, what are their opportunities? How can they have access?
So there's two different ways to do that. You can call our office at the food bank, which is 479-872-8774, and someone can ask you a few questions about where you live and whatnot, and they can direct you to the closest pantry. Also, we have a great tab on our website, which is www.nwafoodbank.org, and you just go to the Find Food tab and you click on it, and it'll ask you what county you live in. We service Madison, Carroll, Benton, and Washington counties. And so you just click what county you live in, and it'll give you a list of all of our partner agencies in those locations.
Oh, that's awesome. So they don't have to come to your Springdale facility.
Correct.
That's so wonderful that you guys are able to do that. Who are you partnering with? Is it other buildings that they're your freestanding buildings, or do you partner with churches and shelters and
all of the above?
Okay.
So our mobile pantries are usually located on site of either a community building, a senior center, somewhere that's close to an area that maybe has lower income housing, those types of things. That's where our mobile pantries are located. As far as our partner agencies, it's all organizations within our community. Lots of churches, lots of civic organizations, things like that. Those are the people that we're partnering with.
Oh, that's fantastic. So maybe on the other side, if people are hearing your message and hearing what the food bank is about, how could just people in our community get involved and help?
Yeah, so we, once again, our website, we have a volunteer tab on our website, and you can go there, and it's actually a really great system that lines out all of the service opportunities that we have in that area. And you can sign up for specific shifts at specific times in specific locations.
Wow.
So you can really pick what's best for you. And we're taking volunteers right now. We have lots of COVID protocols in place and whatnot, but everyone, we would love to have volunteers.
That's so wonderful. So website, calling the office, those are the two best ways to reach you. What about your social media? Do you guys post things, maybe needs that you may have on your social media?
Absolutely. Facebook is the social media platform that we're the most active on.
Okay.
And we're always advertising when our mobile pantries are and things like that on there. Also, if there's special volunteer opportunities. We also have a thing on there called the cutting board that we're doing right now, which is an opportunity for folks to go on and get recipes from food that they would get from the food bank. They can go on the cutting board site and get watch videos of how to cook certain recipes and things like that.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. That's wonderful. So we hope that you have enjoyed our sweet conversation. If you would like to get involved, or you would like the services of the NWA Food Bank, we will have that information listed below. And make sure that you reach out to them and just encourage them. They're doing such great work for our community and abroad. I mean, Madison County, that's pretty far away. I didn't realize your reach was that far. So please just engage with them and be continuing to encourage them too. And we will talk to you soon.